Hello, my name is Benny, and I'm a rising senior at Valley Christian High School. I'm a co-founder for Hands-on-Tech along with Yoram.
Hi, I'm Yuri. I'm a rising junior at BSB. I'm the other co-founder of HandsOnTech, and nice to meet you.
When I was younger, I was really passionate about coding and programming. However, when I really got into taking the courses, I found out the things that I was learning was more theory and conceptual, and I had nothing to show for it. I was learning about things such as tree diagrams or depth first search, but I really didn't have a project that I could take home and be proud of.
So back in 4th grade, I was part of this Python class in which the teacher just gave us exercises such as like printing and creating lists, and those just generally practicing syntax and theory. They reduced my interest for coding because I couldn't see the real purpose of it because we were just fulfilling the goal of the exercises. When I started coding again, but this time with actually completing projects that had real value, I found that the issue with most computer science classes, such as APCSA at my school and these other classes, is that they don't really help students understand the real value of what they can code and the purpose of what they're doing.
This is why at Hands-on-Tech, we have the children work with sensors such as LEDs, ultrasonic sensors, temperature sensors, APIs, and more. And they implement coding such as Python into that. That way, at the end of the class, they have something to take home and to be proud of.
At HandsOnTech, we seek to help students understand the real value in what they're doing through a hands-on approach with LEDs and sensors.
We are hoping by providing a course such as this one, it would be extended to not only the people who can afford these things, but also to the underprivileged communities. In the future, we are hoping that this course will not require the students to bring anything. No laptops, no mouse, no sensors, no Raspberry Pis. Everything will be provided by us. All they have to do is to be excited and feel motivated to learn the content.
So when we planned out this course, we wanted it to be more free and less structural, like a normal class would be. So instead of having lectures, we would want students to be able to practice on their own and complete these. Instead of having exercises, we want them to complete goals, and how they get to them, they can determine for themselves. But the challenge with that is that we have to balance parent interest in having their students actually learn something instead of playing around, with our own goal of having them learn based on their own efforts rather than someone lecturing to them. So having this loose style and less of a traditional class structure was our original plan.
Okay, so as the director of marketing, I was responsible for giving a presentation to the students on how to make a good presentation. So that included things like making slides or actually giving speeches, stuff like that, maybe giving gestures. But for most of the students, it was their first time, so they were really nervous, and it was hard to get them engaged to actually try to make a good presentation for the final project.
The biggest problem was the skill difference we had between our students. The most advanced students finished about 15 minutes early, while the rest of them needed help or they were struggling very much.
I think because each individual participant have their personality and different skill gaps, it's really hard to measure their aptitude. And because of this, we had one instance where one student is, for example, on question 3, while the other is all the way ahead for on question 13.
So the students who finished 15 minutes early would have extra time because we didn't anticipate that they would finish this early, and through their extra time, they would distract the students around them by playing games or watching videos. And the students around them, while they're supposed to finish their work, they were distracted. And the students who were behind were gathering all the TA's attention, so we couldn't do anything about the distractions.
So in order to avoid this next time, I think one thing that we have to do better is to, for example, in this starting a level test or just a measurement of how different students have their different initial I would say power and their skill level, and based off of this we can split them into groups to actually have our class be more effective overall, because then we won't have different people with different knowledge gaps that we have to, for example, teach one kid how to do variables and another to, for example, access APIs at the same time.
I feel like it brings people together, and there's a clear balance between the effective study time and fun.
Personally, I like how this course thoroughly exposes kids to Python basics and how to work with Raspberry Pis. There's also ample help provided, resulting in kids actually getting the experience they deserve.
Well, I guess this course really fits in with my interest in computer science and also helps captivate my leadership skills in guiding other people.
Our overall curriculum, I felt it worked out really well in this case, and it provided a basic overview of Python, Raspberry Pi, and logic. And it's right in the sweet spot where kids won't get bored or confused, and certainly they're having fun while they're conducting experiments with Python and Raspberry Pi. So obviously I have to applaud Yori and Benny on the behalf of creating this idea and curriculum, and I feel like overall this was a really nice juxtaposition of having fun and learning at the same time.